Ever wondered if you could be a medium? You should know there is a big possibility you could still be one. You see, psychic mediums are gifted in two ways. There are natural-born mediums, and then there are latent mediums who develop their skills later in life. Latent mediums do have the abilities, either they don't realize they have it, or they develop them much later in life. You develop your mediumship's skills later in life because you have progressed in spiritual matters or had a spiritual awakening. It could be anything. Lightworkers and starseeds come to mind. Before we begin with symptoms and signs, we need to be clear about a few things about mediumship, so as not to confuse yourself. Intuition, psychic ability, and mediumship are not the same. As far as I know, everyone is intuitive, which is your inner wisdom or voice, or as some would say instinct. It is within every one of us. Psychic ability is a gift, and there are many types. The one we are all familiar with is clairvoyance, which is sensing the unknown, seeing the future, or remote viewing. Mediums are quite different. You see, mediums can be psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. Mediums have everything mentioned above, but they also can communicate telepathically with the deceased. They can feel their presence, describe them, hear them, and most importantly, communicate with them. People see mediums to connect with their dead loved ones, and you are probably familiar with it. If you are not, you can watch TV shows like Long Island Medium to better understand how mediums work. Now that you know the difference between being a psychic and a medium, we can now move on to recognizing the signs and symptoms of a medium. Feel the presence. Whenever you walked into a room, you could always feel the pressure, emotions or heaviness. Paranormal. You always had an interest in the paranormal. Spirits. As a child, either you could see spirits or sense them. Dreams. You are an active dreamer, you always lucid dream or have vivid nightmares. Sleeping. You never seem to sleep well, you always awaken at night. Darkness. You were always afraid of the dark when you were a child, or even now. Creepy places. You always had a creepy feeling when you were in old buildings or cemeteries. Seeing things. You could always see things in the corner of your eye, either they are white sparkles or white smoke, and sometimes shadowy figures. Voices. You could always hear voices, but you have convinced yourself it's just your nagging thoughts or your imagination. Animals. You can have a full-on conversation with animals. Felt watched. You always felt you were being observed. Flickers. Electronic devices or lights always seem to flicker around you. If you have most of these symptoms, then you have the gift of a medium. Many people have these symptoms, so know you're not alone.